Lata and Kabir would have worked out on a longer timeline if there weren't so many pressures in Lata's life for her to commit.
As of now, I don't see that, and I see that Lata made a suitable choice.
We are the same people on the same coin, but just different sides, I guess.
The one thing would be her intelligence. I was going to say innocence, but her intelligence actually.
Tanya, Danesh, Namit, and Mikhail, welcome on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you.
Thank
Hello.
you,
Thank
thank
you.
you, thank you.
Congratulations, finally, a suitable boy will be seen in India and all across the world, of course. So, my first question to you is, Tanya, that you've said somewhere that it's a complex character, but at the same time, it is simple. Did you enjoy the process of keeping your suitors on tenterhooks?
Oh yes, definitely. I loved every bit of playing Lata. Uh, for me, Lata seems. I always like. I would like to reinstate the fact that for me, Lata is like a feeling. You don't just play Lata, you live Lata, and that I feel is very true for the entire process as well. Because I mean, yes, definitely, I got to meet really charming suitors, and that was fun. But apart from that, you see, there is a whole lot to Lata more than just her suitors. And you see there is this beautiful story of a young girl who blossoms into this elegant, beautiful young lady and her journey of self-discovery. And along with her, she takes all these other people along on the journey with her. And you see these different characters evolve and their stories. And it's just a really beautiful story. And I'm sure that people will see it as that.
No, they will. I'm pretty sure about that. So, Danish, it was a tough relationship that Kabir Durrani and Lata share. It was very
Yes.
interesting as well. At the same time, it was difficult because there was this Hindu-Muslim angle as well. But um, whose fault was it in the way things really panned out? I think the girl took a took a certain bold decision. What happened to Kabir?
So, see, in my honest opinion, I feel like if given more time or another chance, Lata and Kabir would have worked out on a longer timeline if there weren't so many pressures in Lata's life for her to commit at the time she committed. So I don't blame either of them. They had different journeys, they had different paths. But as Kabir I do, but as a spectator, when I see what happened and how it happened, it seems like the right way for it to happen. Now, without giving it away, whether the future works out or not, we'll never know. But I don't think blaming either one would be correct.
I think the choice that Lata made at the end was very much her own and without the influence of anybody else. And I think Lata saw her loyalties stood, and I think she went with her heart. I mean, definitely all the suitors had their own charm, and they all brought out a very different shade in Lata. And I think she had a lot of fun with each one of them, and they're all suited in their own different capabilities and their own capacities. But ultimately, what Lata chose was for herself, and she had to see where she wanted to grow, and she had to take her own journey. And I feel like Danish said, that maybe in a different time and a longer timeline, things could have been different. But as of now, I don't see that, and I see that Lata made the suitable choice.
And she kept everyone interested right till the end, including
Yeah, definitely.
Man Kapoor as well. Okay, now Namit Das, so you played Harish. So are you a pro at writing love letters now?
Lists and love letters.
Yes, I do like writing letters. I do, and I've been saying this, and I'll say this again, that there are many similarities between Harish and me, and I think we are the same people on the same coin, but just different sides, I guess. Uh, but uh, but yeah, writing letters is so beautiful, isn't it? And just the fact that, just the physical act of sitting on a chair and bringing out that paper and उसपे romantic खत लिखना is just it's so nice, and it has an old world charm to it. But I feel that it's timeless. It's timeless. That's one way you can at least attack your lover.
Or attack your lover. Okay. All right. Interesting part is, so when Namit looks at Haresh's character on paper, what is your gut feeling like? That is he a suitable boy?
When I read the book, I was I was very confused, and one does feel that Tanya should be with Kabir, and because that's her first love, and that's the innocence, and that's what people love in that love story. But I think what is special about Harish and Lata is uh, is I think this sense of maturity, which you realize after a long time. It probably doesn't. It's not love at first sight. Definitely not love at first sight. But it's something which gives you the opportunity to grow, which is also a line which has been used beautifully in the series. And I think that goes in Haresh's favor. And that is what I think Tanya slash Lata holds on to in this love story, I guess. Yeah, yeah.
I think persistence as well is a hallmark of Harish as well. He is persistent. All right. So
Persistence
now
with honesty, sir.
persistence
True.
with honesty, definitely. Provided the honesty has to be seen by the person that you are pursuing, not by the person pursuing.
Not by yourself.
All right. So Amit is an ideal candidate, and he's a poet. She likes John Donne, and I think it should be done, ideally. And she does like his poetry as well, and his charm as well. So, what is your gut feeling? Does she like your poetry more, or does she like you as a person?
Oh, that's a very good question, Faridoon. I think that's a very good question. I think the poetry. I hope the poetry. I'm speaking as Amit. I hope the poetry appeals to Lata. But what I really want is her to well, I want Amit to appeal to Lata, the person, and I want her to see his heart because I believe his heart is pure, and I think it is a combination. They really get on beyond the poetry, but and there is this very strong intellectual connection. So it is the meeting of the minds in some senses, but what I would love to happen would be the meeting of the hearts as well, because that's what really love is. It's that heart to heart connection. And whether that happens or not, I'm not going to give anything away, but that's to be seen.
Tanya, your thoughts on Harish and Amit?
Like I said, every suitor has his own charm, and the relationship that you see with each one of them is very different. With Harish, obviously, there is a sort of discomfort in the beginning. Like they're not used to being around each other, and they're very different, but also very alike in a sense that both have shared the same experiences, be it heartbreak, be it a sense of finding yourself and just putting herself out there. And I feel like that is what connects Lata and Harish. And with obviously with Amit, there is a fascination with the word and the world that Amit lives in. Lata is a literature student and she is fascinated by him and by the world that he is in. So there is obviously a very different equation with each suitor, and Lata then sees where she wants to go, and she goes with her heart, and I feel like whatever Lata's choice may be is well suited for her.
So on the surface, she's a nice person. She doesn't like
What do you
being
imply
impolite
on
to.
the surface?
No, I'm just telling you my observation. So she's a nice person. She doesn't like being impolite to anyone. So basically, she has not given like a definite no to anyone. And even
Hmm.
with Kabir, once she meets him later on, she's fine with him, and he is the Malvalue, and she's going to watch a cricket match and the work. But somewhere she is calculating all the time, not deliberately, but she's weighing her options in terms of that what is it that can be
I
best for
love
her
it.
maybe in the long term.
I've never seen it like that. No, I feel like Lata is a
No, no,
person who is very much all heart, and it's she's not calculated at all. No, but she does cherish the relationship with each suitor. I mean, with Kabir, there is a friendship that they have, and so is it with Amit and Harish. So you interact with the person, you form a relationship with them apart from the I don't know the probability of something happening or something more happening with it. You just value the person as they are, and I feel like that is what Lata is. And it's not about calculating at all, but it's about cherishing the relationship they've had prior to anything blossoming out of it. So yeah, that is what I
see,
feel.
calculate. I'm saying calculating not in a negative sense, but
Yeah.
she's definitely looking at things from a long term perspective because her dad is no more, and she definitely wants like a sort of a figure in her life who's a man and she can be happy with. So it's not anything negative to this. Okay, so the three suitors, I have one very short, very precise question to you, and you have to give me like very direct and short answers to that. So what is it? What is it in Lata that you like? And I'm talking about on the surface. I'm not talking about her as a person in terms of how good she is, how wonderful she is, how kind she is. So it can be her eyes, it can be her hair, it can be the way she dresses, anything. And be honest here. So we'll start with Danish.
Huh. I'm trying to be Kabir and give you an answer according to that timeline. Uh, Her smile, I would say.
Smile. All right, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, coming to Namit. Namit, what is it that you like
Her,
on the
her
surface?
eyes, any day. Her eyes, any day.
Her eyes. Okay. All right.
um,
Why do you like her eyes?
Oh, eyes. They're so they're really very innocent. They're really very innocent.
the one thing would be her intelligence. I was going to say innocence, but her intelligence actually,
No, no.
and of course
I
her
told you. I told you. I told you initially itself. I'm not looking for like those attributes in terms of the intellectual
I was
attributes on the surface.
Objectively.
yeah. No, I think on the surface, I would also say her eyes. There's something about her eyes,
All right.
and that's what. Yeah.
So I was reading some of the reviews, and people have praised her dressing sense and all those things as well. Okay, now interesting part is that Lata is also maybe having certain thoughts for Man Kapoor as well. In maybe it is I don't know what it is. Is it her literature background that she's looking at the tragedy, or maybe she's getting impacted by it? But she does seem to be amused um, and interested maybe in Man Kapoor as well. So is he the suitable
um,
boy?
I that is for the audience to see, but I feel like the relationship that Man and Lata have is a very they share a camaraderie of sorts because their family background is very similar and they are connected through their families. So I feel like Lata and Man understand each other in a sense because of their parents have brought both of them up with a similar upbringing, and yeah, they understand each other because I mean, you get to know a person inside out by the way you see them in their natural habitat, and I feel Lata and Man see a lot of each other in that.
So congratulations! I love the series. It was very engaging, and it was very it's that you have to keep on moving from one episode to the other. So I'm pretty sure that that audience is going to lap it up as well, and they're going to love it as well. There are many shades to it, and many interesting shades to it. So congratulations for the success. You guys, I think, have been at TIFF. I think you have been recognized at TIFF. So congratulations for that, Tanya.
Thank you.
Early days, and you're already making waves. So congratulations and all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
Thank
much.
you,
Thank you.
thank
Thanks
you,
so
thank you
much.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.